Can I start? Hello everyone. By the name is of Sadin Nishigwejuru, and I'm going to act as MC of this panel discussion. Here, are you ready everyone to dive in this topic of leadership transfer? Okay, we are students from RUKARA campus, University of Education, and here we have different University of Rwanda College of Education. Here we have different experts, and I'm with moderator. I'm going to welcome her to introduce herself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, the MC of today's panel discussion. My name is Josette Tuyishimire, and I will be the moderator of the panel discussion we're going to be having today. So here we have 6 experts, 6 panelists, and they'll be sharing with us a lot about leadership transfer. And we are students from University of Rwanda. We have been having debates and a lot of misconceptions about leadership transfer. That's why we ended up preparing a panel discussion to tell you more about leadership transfer and to let you understand what we really think about leadership transfer. So I will start by asking different questions to our panelists, and I hope you'll be getting more answers to your questions. Now, I should start by introduction. I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves, and then I'll be asking the questions after. May I start with the first panelist, please? You're welcome.
Thank you very much, moderator. Thank you very much, moderator. I'm by the name of Ferdinand Shinyman, and I'm here in this panel discussion as chemistry teacher. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I am Nisuza Emmanuel. I'm a political activist. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Umwamikazi Diane. I'm a student counselor.
Thank you so much. I'm by the name of Samuel, and I'm going to act as an expert in career guidance.
Thank you very much. I am Nyonjira, and I'm a businessman.
Thank you so much. My name is Agnes Grace. I'm an expert in social relations. Thank you so much, panelists, for your introduction. We are very pleased to have an expert in social relations, a businessman, an expert in career guidance, a student counselor, political activist, and a chemistry teacher. It will be fun, and I hope it will be engaging. So allow me to start by asking the first question. And the first question goes to the expert in career guidance. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
May I ask?
Of course.
Yes. I know we have different leadership styles. May you please mention some of them?
We have different leadership styles, and some of them we have autocratic leadership style, and we have also laissez-faire leadership style. We have a paternalistic leadership style, and the last one is democratic leadership style.
I would like to know the difference between them.
Yeah, it's really nice to know the difference between those leadership styles, as their names are totally different, and the way they are used is also different. Let's start with autocratic leadership style. Actually, this is a leadership style where the orders and the instruction, even decision makings, are being taken by the leader. It means that the citizens are there, but they are not taking decisions. They are only there for receiving orders. And this one is used when we are in a crisis of a business, when there is also an emergency where orders should be given. It's where we use this leadership style. The second one is democratic leadership style. It's where now the citizens or employees are given opportunity to express their ideas. It means that they participate. The third one, which is the safer leadership style, this one is also another style which is used by citizens are being allowed to do things on their own pace. It's like giving a student a project, but the teacher is there for giving support, will intervene where it's needed. And the last one, it is a paternalistic leadership style. This one, it's a managerial approach, where the leader now will take his employee or the citizen as the family members. Here they do things together, collaboratively. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you. I think I'm convinced, but which one is the best? Like you mentioned, laissez-faire. I think it's let them do what they want.
Yeah.
What if you let people do what they want? I think that would not be good. And you mentioned authoritarian, like the leader.
Yeah, it's autocratic.
Yes.
Yeah.
But which one is the best?
Actually, there is no best leadership style. As also in education, there is no teaching methodology a teacher can choose to use in a class. According to situation or the period you are in, you use any satisfiable leadership style. For me, I can use autocratic because I am in a crisis. But for you, you will not. It will depend. Maybe you have also to use paternalistic leadership style. It depends to someone's wish and to the situation you are in.
Thank you so much. But again, someone from the students asked for more information about what really leadership is. Leadership means being there and telling people what to do, or means being someone who inspires others. Like, what is leadership? Me too, I think I have a misconception about that.
Yeah, simply even others will help us, but leadership, it's like a way of leading a group. You are not there to obligate everything. You have some time to collaborate with them. So I hope that leading someone, it's not always informing what to be done. Yeah.
Then what is it?
Please, others, can you just help us? According to my understanding, leadership, you lead someone in a certain action, but most of the time, you are not there as someone to oblige. You are there to collaborate. But even though you are head of activities which are being taken there, you are not there to do each and everything. You will need to communicate with your citizen, with your employees. Yeah. In a few words, it's a way of reading someone. But you read them collaboratively, not obliging them to do things.
That means leading doesn't mean to give orders. It means to collaborate.
Yeah.
Thank you. And now I'll be asking an expert in social relations. Excuse me, Miss, can I ask?
It's fine.
Oh, thank you. What strategies can be used to ensure knowledge transfer and maintain continuity during the transition? Okay, after that, I think. How can the team?
How can the teams can be actively
Okay. So now I'll be asking our expert in social relations. Excuse me, Miss, can I ask?
Go ahead.
How can the team actively participate in a successful leadership transfer?
Okay, thank you so much for asking that question. When I say a team, I don't want to mean leader of the team leaders. In a team, I can also include the team members. And they are also to participate in this action of leadership transfer. If they see leadership transfer as something which is not theirs, I know it is not going to be successful. But when they come together with their leaders, participate in leadership transfer, I hope it's going to be successful and it's going to work. So that's why I'm going to tell you more strategies and the methods can be used to achieve this successful leadership transfer. And I'm going to start from one point, which is about communication. When I'm this point, I hope everyone you can understand that when you're communicating with others, that's where you can share your ideas, your opinions, your experiences. So in communication, you can achieve successful leadership transfer. And second, I can mention about it's about collaboration. So on this point, in collaboration, when you're collaborative with former leaders and new leaders, I hope I'm making sense.
Yes.
Of course.
When you're collaborating with former leaders and new leaders, I hope that this way you're going to know new ways of being able to lead the group's company or any other community according to the last methods used in the leadership when you were not there, if you're new on that position of being a leader. And another point that I'm going to say is about support and empowerment. When you're being a former, does not mean that you're going to stay and see others doing, you say that that's not mine. I was leader, but today I'm not a leader. So you have to be there, support and empower the new leaders. And another thing that I'm going to mention, it's all about feedback. You know, feedback contribute to someone's encouragement. You have to be encouraged according to the feedback you're gaining from others. So when you're listening that you are doing good, you keep on doing that. So feedbacks, constructive ones, to correct others, it is really, really helpful in leadership transfer. Thank you.
Oh, wow, I'm convinced, but we are a team. Am I right? We are a team here. Yeah. May you tell the world how we are a team? Show them and tell them how we are a team.
Okay. So as you have said before, we are teams. We are a team. We work together as a team. So for me, I think others you may hurt me, but on my opinion, I know that you are a team according to how we support others. When we do everything together and we use to share ideas, we help others, I know we are going to achieve the term to be a team. Thank you.
Of course, we are here to help and we are here to collaborate. That's why we are a team. Exactly. And now I'll be asking the next question. And this question goes to our chemistry teacher. Yes. How do you think the leadership would be transferred by teachers to students in Rwandan schools?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, moderator, for this interesting panel discussion. And I'm pleased to be here with many experts in different fields. So, firstly, I am back to the question that I'm asked, how the chemistry teacher played the role for transferring leadership to the learners. So, firstly, I can say like I'm expertise in that field of teaching. Firstly, a teacher use to transfer the knowledge like cross-cutting issues. Those are the knowledge which are integrated in curriculum knowledge in order to help learners to acquire those leadership skills. Those skills may be peace education. Other one is leadership education. Another one is like environmental management. So let me back to the leadership education. In order to be a good leader in next generation, we have to help students to acquire those skills and to be good readers. So we have to integrate in chemistry those topics in order to make sure that in our future generation, we shall be having good readers. So about peace education, we know our country or other countries depends on the peace. If we have a peace in our country, we have everything. Means that also the leadership is good. So according to my role as the chemistry teacher to make sure that leadership is being transferred to the students, I make sure that my students are acquiring all cross-cutting issues. In a simple term, we have to make sure that leadership, peace education, and environmental management, being confident, are being transferred to our students. I think in a simple words, that's all we do. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing. He mentioned something, peace education. That's a good thing. Like teachers teach students how to make peace, how to maintain peace. That's a really that's good thing. And yes. Now the next question goes to the businessman. Excuse me, sir, can I ask? What qualities does the incoming leader need to possess to navigate a successful transition?
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much for that good and sensitive question. Actually, it is just a simple formula to follow just for being successful in leadership transfer as an incoming leader. We're just replacing the outgoing one. Oh, as my colleagues mentioned a while ago, there are different strategies, as Ms. Grace said. There are different strategies, and at the end, those are the skills that you have to possess in order to be a successful leader. The first one is communication. As you know, communication is an essential tool in building relationships and rapport with your team. And with communication, you're going to acquire different ideas, even the feedbacks from your colleagues that will help you to know your weakness, spots for improvement, and what you have to keep on doing as the good things. The other one that you should have as an incoming leader to have a successful leadership transfer have to be adaptive. Have to be adaptive. Since you are joining a new team, a new group, they have their different cultures and values, and you too have your own. So in order to fit in that new team you are joining, you have to be adaptive. You have to adapt for what you are going to meet, for what you are going to face with that new team. And the other essential tool that may help you is being a decision maker, and together with being collaborative. Since in order to build a strong team or to work as a team, you have to collaborate. And you know, no man is a forest. So for making an achievement, you have to collaborate with others. And with that, since people in a team are processing different opinions and ideas, it means that you have to collaborate with them for just sharing, for grabbing what is important for your achievements. And there, as a reader, after correcting those ideas, after collaborating with your colleagues, it's where you are going to come up with a decision that will help you to achieve what you are facing. And the other one, in short, you have to respect the outgoing reader legacy. You are joining a new team, but you're not going to start from zero. It means that there are other things that have been already achieved. So you have to respect those doings of the outgoing reader. But also keeping in mind that you are going to bring your own vision. It means that you are going to continue constructing from what has been already achieved. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. But do you think, on that point of maintaining former leaders' legacy, do you think there is a kind of competition between former and new leaders that, like a competition that not everyone can see, but is there a kind of competition in there?
Yeah, of course there is, but I can't call it a competition in the rivalry sense. You are not the outgoing reader. You cannot consider him as your rival, like someone you are competing like just for, oh, I'm better than him or her. Not like that. As you know, in business, as I'm a businessman, competition is a key tool for making your business successful. Since you are in an industry, you are a monopolist without any competitor. It means that you are not going to know what do I have to do for just making myself the best one in this field. You are just going to stay stagnant without saying that no one I am competing with. It means that what I'm doing is just perfect. So as an incoming reader, you have to have what I can call as a good jealousy. Since you are joining a new team that have already achieved different goals and targets, you have to learn from those ones. And also, that legacy can be a motivation. For example, in business, I can say that at the beginning, I started with a capital of 5 million in a given company. Then you are getting an annual net worth of maybe 1 million. You may be the new CEO of that company, and you say, oh, my previous leader used to achieve an annual net worth of 1 million. Why can't I skyrocket it up to 2 million? That is a kind of competition, but competition for good. Yeah, that's it.
I like that, like a competition for good, learning from others and being motivated by what they did. I think we have a lot to say about this. Anyone wants to talk about it? Yes.
I have something to say.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much. I got something to say about the competition. When it comes on competition, all the leaders, I mean former leaders and new leaders, they really know and understand the purpose of leadership transfer. It's not just to put the new leaders in the position and leave them, just to make an improvement on goals of a company, teams, So that's why when new leaders are trying to improve, they're not going to take it as a competition. Something which is good, something can be counted as an achievement. So that's all.
Thank you. I think one of the questions asked is answered. Someone asked me and my team, how can you behave as a new leader? And me too, I had a question about, like, is it a competition? Are you competing with your former leaders or not? Yes, but I think it's answered. You don't have to feel like you're in competition, but you just have to feel like you're learning from them. Yes. And now the next question goes to the political activist. Excuse me, sir, can I ask?
Yes, you
Yes. Which roles do you think are played by political activists in leadership transfer?
Thank you. As a political activist, by that role, that one can encompasses a variety of tasks, responsibility, depend on the specific cause or movement they involve in. Like the first one is to advocate for the company, just for the cause, or making an organizations of events to make the main cause being understandable by the stakeholders who may support the company. The second one is making a good network with the stakeholders. Like while he is advocating for the company, the main specific the cause through organizing the events, he maintains the relationship, make sure that he maintains the relationship between of the friends who may support the company, just to make the bond with them. The lastly but not least is he serves as a responsible for the company. Like he speaks on behalf of the company. He's the one to communicate with the people who are outside of the company to make sure that the company is in present. Thank you.
Thank you so much, but do we find political activists in companies only, or we can find them anywhere? Please help us to understand, or just let us know other places where we can find political activists.
Political activists, it is in everywhere because every role or every task that is played by in the company, in any company, they need that one because he's the one to advocate, to make all the news that is needed by the company known by everywhere. Like it is in the form of advertising, if I can say that. So you see, the person that is in charge of political activist is needed there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And that means he's a politician.
He may do that, but not really.
But I don't understand. He's not a politician, but
He may work as a politician,
yes.
but not too much, because when you advocate for the company specifically, making the stakeholders knowing the cause or the things which may make the company not running well, just to find a solution for the companies. He may go there and convince them politically, or as he or she is a reader, he works like a reader, as my colleague said. So holding that position, it is like he can work as a heart of the company. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm convinced. And the last question goes to students counselor. Excuse me, may I ask?
Yes, you can.
Okay. What are the biggest challenges in transitioning from an established leader to a new one?
Okay, thank you. As we know, new things are not easy for every person, especially leadership is another thing which is big, yes?
Yeah.
Former leader with a new one means that you are going, if I'm a new leader or you are a new leader, you are going to lead the person, the people, or the team you are not aware of. You don't know how they act, how they work. It's your new thing for you. You don't even know the legacies of your former leader. So it's hard to be familiar with people. People we are somehow hard. Maybe in a team there's people who are not going with you. How you maybe they're relying on their former reader. They're not expecting how you are doing is just a good like their former reader, or your readership style is not matching them. They say, oh, what about this new reader? He is not able. She's not able. She's just bringing new ideas. We don't know about it. We are not convinced. How can we be? How can we be in this team? How can we just do with him? A new reader is having those challenges of people in the team, because when you are with people, you have to match with them, collaborate, working together with them. But if you are new, maybe you don't know how they work, maybe you don't know even the legacies or the things that are not going they set to achieve like objective or goals. You're going to be introduced by it, and that is the big challenge. And even your leadership style, maybe you like yourself, and their former leader use democratic.
Yeah.
How are you going to match those things? You are going to match with your team. You are going to be received. Maybe their former reader use democratic. You are not going to match. There are going to be some challenges to read that team, and something which is hard. It may the objective or the goal. Maybe you come in to read the team or the business with your goals, and their former reader have goals and objective for themselves, and you were going to set the new one. They're going to say that how can we accept the goal of the new reader while we have the goals for our former leader? We are going to accept this. We don't know this. We don't need this. We don't this and this, and you are going to match. You're not going to work as a team. You're going to lose the control. You're going to set new strategies in order to match with your reader or with your teammates. Yes, and the teammates are trying harder and harder to match with their new reader, and it's somehow hard between those two parts. The part of new reader, the part of teammates, yes. And another thing which is hard is the legacy of the former leader. As we know, the legacies are something which is hard, something you have done in people. Example, as we are here, we have our principal, we know him, and they are going to bring a new principal. And you know how our principal work harder and harder to make this university good, and they're going to bring another principal. And legacies are something which have to be kept and to continue to be presented everywhere, everything you are going to do, because it have been put a great work to be achieved, and you're going to maintain the legacies of former reader, and you're going to build your new legacies in order to be taken like a leader in a community or in a team. You're going to do something which is good. As they have said, it's not jealousy or competition. It's just smart things which is going to encourage you to do better than the former reader. So there is the challenges many readers meet with their team they are going to read, or even new reader. And I think it's somehow challenging to be familiar or to go in new things you were not used to. Thank you.
Thank you. That means there is a problem of comparison.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. Exactly. There is that's the real issue. When you were a new leader, and it happens that someone was there before you, there is a problem of comparison, and sometimes you don't know what to do. Like, I can give you a personal experience. I've been a president of the Seme Club for 1 year, and someone was there before me. Someone was the president before me, and she was taller than me. And when the first time I went I went in a workshop, someone said, oh, she's even shorter than her. Like, I know I'm short, but like there's a problem of comparison. They compare you to the former leaders, and that's not really a good thing. It may discourage you, or it may make you quit, and that's a real challenge. Again, I she mentioned something like you don't know what to expect. Like you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know the people what they like, and like you don't know whether they are even interested. Like there's a problem of expectations. You don't know what to expect. Yeah, I know. Some people have been complaining that they are going to quit, and they have been asking for advices. But it's not whether they compare you to others, but it's whether you stay strong. So I would like to give a moment for other questions from the audiences. Uh, excuse me, is there any question to
Yes.
the panelists? Yes. So you're welcome.
Thank you so much. I would like to ask a question about this topic. It is interesting, first of all, and I really like your ideas. They are more convincing, and so I got a question from the presentation of yours. So this question says, what strategies can be used to ensure knowledge transfer and maintain continuity during transition? Maybe I may repeat again so that it may be understood very well. What strategies can be used to ensure knowledge transfer and maintain continuity during the transition?
Yes, but can I ask chemistry teacher to go first? Yes.
Thank you very much for your good question. You asked how the knowledge is transferred. As I'm a teacher, I'm responsible for transferring the knowledge from one person to another. Firstly, what I can say, knowledge is not transferred. This is the phenomenon or philosophy that is being used. Knowledge is not transferred from one person to another, but knowledge is well organized. Anyone has knowledge, but what we do as teachers, we organize that knowledge so that everyone will be experienced to do something. So in that leadership knowledge is organized in you, you will be able to read or to do such activities which requires you to be a good leader. So the knowledge will be organized, but you can ask yourself which strategies may be used to organize the knowledge that someone may require in real life. So that what I can tell you as an answer is that firstly you have to make sure that what you are advocating for are requiring what you have. You have to help them, like teaching how you do something and each and everything. So if you do that, you will be sure that you are doing what you are supposed to do for those people, so that when you will not be available, they will act for themselves, and they will have self-actualization, they will have self-motivation. Means that when you are somewhere, you have to make sure that those people whom you are together with are getting what you have. So when the time will not be available, they shall remain self-responsible. Thank you very much.
I can ask something else.
Yes.
Now that we have known that knowledge is not transferred, so what about skills? How can a former reader transfer, the reader who was reading, how can he or she transfer the skills to the new reader?
First, I'm still insisting what I said before. When I get somewhere to acquire knowledge, means that I already have that knowledge. But the real thing is that that knowledge is not well organized. what is necessary. Those former leader is responsible to help me to organize that knowledge. So what he will tell, or what he will be responsible is telling me everything, how everything is being done, so that when he will be leaving, I shall be responsible to do everything, how to advocate, where to advocate, and how to make and to care my followers. So as a good readers, you have to make sure that each and everything you have been told by the former leaders whom you replace. That's, I hope, this is the answer I can provide to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. You have asked a very good question. The way you can transfer knowledge, even skills, from former leader to the incoming one. Really, we know that you can't come to replace someone while you don't have information about him or her. Before I replace Mrs. Josette, I must know who is Josette, how does she do her things, then how does she communicate with her group. At that time, when I come into her group, I will not act really as I will do internally, or I will not start my plan just that time. I have just to behave a little bit like her, so that I will not bore them. Because when I come and I exactly change everything, at that time it will not work. So how will I now get her knowledge, or how will I behave like her? For example, this is a group of Josette. You really have a company. Before everyday activity, you take a breakfast. Yeah, you even drink tea. But because of my economy, I don't want to give you tea every morning. How will I do that? I may let you a little bit taking that tea. Then if you could have taken it 7 days per week, I will just go minimizing until I reach on only 1 day per week. At that time, we will be coming into my process. But if I come and exactly say, please, you used to take a tea. From here, stop. You used to go home at 4. From here, stop, you will go home at 6. At that time, you may even sack your service. So the one which is the best strategy is to keep on motivation. Keep on motivating them as he or she used to do. Another one, it's adaptation. Mr. Nyongira has said a good character or a good quality a leader must have. It's adaptability. So if I come and change everything, you will not feel a part of me. So if you start moving or saying rude, I will have that quality of adaptation. I am not weak, but I must be strong. If you meet any challenge, don't hands up saying that everything is over now. I missed what to do. You start blaming yourself. Just another strategy is to keep adaptation. Be adaptable in each and every situation you can fall into. Yeah, thank you so much. It's that I know.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing, but I would like to add on something. Like, we are here, but someone else will be here tomorrow, and someone else will be here next day. That means we are not here to stay here. That means someone will be here to replace us, and we should contribute to the leadership transfer as well. And that means when someone is going to replace you, you don't have to leave them. Stay with them, help them, and collaborate with them for a short time. Yeah. So maybe the question, as I understood the question, she was trying to ask how you can transfer like that knowledge. You can transfer the knowledge you acquired to the new leader and ensure that it's ongoing, like it's an ongoing process. Maybe you can do some checks. You check on them, and you make sure that you help them. Yeah. Any question? Like, yes. Okay.
My name is Moyo Roger, and I have very convinced by the way the business manager explained to us how the quality of incoming leader process the good transaction between those leaderships. So I would like to raise my question on him. How can the outcoming leader prepare the team for leadership transfer? I think.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Roger, for your good question. But before I hit the load on that question, I have something to contribute on the previous question about how knowledge can be transferred from outgoing reader to the incoming one. Simply in my domain, I mean business, it is not common that you are going to, the incoming reader will be outside of that company or that premise. It's common that you will be maybe replaced by your colleague or other one else still in the same company. And this means that before even the outgoing leader goes off that company, it means there will be a period of training that new one before the handover. I guess I'm making a sense.
Yes.
You know, there is a time of training that person to fit on that position. So during the training session with that person, during that duration, it will be the time for you to share with him or her the essential critical points and the aspect that he or she will focus on to keep on motivating the team and also preserving the persistence of the company's mood and also skyrocketing it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, coming back on the question from Mr. Roger, yeah, you were asking about how the outgoing reader may prepare the team.
Yes.
Yeah. Just for welcoming the incoming one, or just for
Yeah, how that outgoing leaders can prepare the new team for successful leadership transfer.
Okay, thank you very much with your good question. Actually, when you are coming out of a company, I'm sorry for just mentioning company many times, it's my domain. Yeah, actually, when you are coming out of a company, it means that from that time, it is not in your responsibility again. It means that you cut off, it doesn't mean that you cut off all the ties from that company. If you really love your profession and if you really loved the company that you are leaving, it means that you are going to prepare the remaining colleagues, the remaining former teammates for just continuing with that caliber of maintaining the company's success. And this is what you have to do. Because you're moving out from that company, it means that someone is going to come and replace you. And what you have to do as a good reader, you have to say, okay, no worries, maybe I'm leaving this position because I have a lot of work to do aside. And I hope that the new coming one, maybe he will do the best. He's going to read you in the best manner, as I did, or he or she will add on. So what you have to keep doing is the same thing that we used to do. Stay focused, stay motivated, and also listen to him, collaborate with him, help him to build what we call rapport, rapport, not report, rapport. Yeah, it's kind of relationship at work, at the workshop. It's kind of relationship. Yeah. You have to make them be convinced that they have to welcome that incoming reader, and also conserve that caliber of the business in order to achieve your succession. And not going for what is really necessary. It is just convincing them that even though you are leaving, it doesn't mean that all the activities you did together, all the activities that are ahead of coming, means that they have to stop. No, there's someone who is coming, and that one will continue from where he stopped. Yeah, that's it.
Can to elaborate it well, then you have explained the quality of incoming. You have explained the quality of incoming new committee, yes?
Yeah.
And among of the quality you have explained to us is communication.
Yeah.
So can you also explain to me how the communication plays the role in preparing that new committee?
Okay. Thank you once again. Actually, as I said, communication is a critical good thing in everything that is going on in even every domain. So what I mean is this. Before you are leaving your teammates, you have to communicate with them. You have to sit down and talk about them. Even if it is necessary, you have to give some clarifications. The reason why you are leaving them, the reason, many reasons just for clarifying and justifying the reason why you are leaving, if necessary. And once you communicate with them, you are preparing them to be ready for welcoming the new reader. Yes? So imagine, let me give you an example. Imagine you are like a deputy chief executive officer of a given company. And maybe your head CEO is dismissed from the job, and you are not aware of that. And then tomorrow in the morning, you go in your boss's office, and then you found someone else there in his or her seat. How can you feel? How can you feel? No, not even being, you can be surprised, you can be somehow uncomfortable because you are exactly introduced to a new person. So before, you have to make sure that you make ready to welcome the new coming one, and you have to communicate everything that will be essential for their preparation for receiving the new coming reader. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank you so much, our panelists. I think everyone is satisfied and convinced. So, guys, for more questions and more, like if you have a misunderstanding, reach us on comments. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Abantu bambaye isirire ngo